generations this goes back, this Vaishnava tradition within his family. Kartik Chandra Prabhu, he was from a very young age getting education in the Srimad Bhagavatam. He is a Sanskrit scholar, and one of his hobbies is to listen and study Srimad Bhagavatam and read the commentaries from the previous acharyas. Prabhu is also a member of the steering committee of the School of Bhakti at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, and he has taught many different courses in the Vaishnava tradition. So we are extremely excited to hear from him. He is an inspirational speaker and a deep, thoughtful Vaishnava personality. So we are grateful to have you here, Prabhu. And today, as mentioned to you privately, we will have a little shorter class because of receiving 4,000 guests today. So we have to organize a lot of things. So till 8:45, the presentation of Kartik Chandra Prabhu will go on. We will have 10 minutes of questions and answers. And then just before 9 o'clock, we need to go to the breakfast because many devotees have a lot to do just before all these thousands of people will arrive. Kartik Chandra Prabhu ki. Hare Krsna.
Thank you. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I feel very fortunate to be here in the presence of so many wonderful Vaishnavas. Ekachakra Prabhu, Hriday Chaitanya Prabhu, and so many of you who are here. So it's going to be a shorter session, as Ekachakra Prabhu was saying. We'll try and leave 10 minutes for Q&A towards the end. I think Bhagavati Mataji gave the verse. This is the continuation of the verse from the previous week. Do we have, let me see if I can open up the folio. CC Adilita. Sorry? Would you like to have the book? Yeah, no, we'll just project, I think. Are you able to see this? Yes. So we're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 2, text 98. Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duhito Prakara Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duita Prakara Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duita Prakara. Would you like to repeat? Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duita Prakara Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duita Prakara. Ladies. Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Dvividavatara Amsha Shaktya Vesharupe Dvividavatara Balya Pauganda Dharma Duita Prakara. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. His incarnations are of two kinds, namely partial and empowered. He appears in two ages, childhood and boyhood. Purport. The Vilasa forms are 6 in number. Incarnations are of two varieties, namely Shaktya-vesha, empowered, and Amsha-vesha, partial. These incarnations also come within the category of Prabhava and Vaibhava manifestations. Childhood and boyhood are two special features of the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. But his permanent feature is his eternal form as an adolescent youth. The original personality of Godhead Sri Krishna is always worshipped in this adolescent form. So it's a beautiful description that Lord Chaitanya is giving about Krishna and his various incarnations. And one of Srila Prabhupada's geniuses, or his the beauty with which he writes, is that every word is so potent. In fact, once Srila Prabhupada said, "My purports are my devotional ecstasies." So Srila Prabhupada's purports are not just something that he thought mentally and put down. So we see here it says, childhood and boyhood are two special features of the personality of Godhead. So Krishna has different features. One of his features is that he appears in this Bhauma Leela on the earthly planet. He performs the Leela of apparently being born, being raised as a little boy, and then going into early years of his youth. So I thought I'd share a few, because we have Janmashtami upcoming, I'll share a few pastimes. We'll try and make it within 45 minutes. Let's see. So Sridhar Swami in his commentary, 10th canto, chapter 12, text 37 commentary, Sridhari, he says, Kaumaram Panchabdantam. An individual is considered to be in the Kaumara stage from 0 years to 5 years. So when a child is born, that child is Kaumara till he is or she is 5 years old. Paugandam Dashamavadhi. And Pauganda from 5 up to 10. So it's in sets of 5. So first 5 is Kaumara or Balya. Second set of 5 is Pauganda, Kaishoram, Apanchadashat. Up to 15, you take another 5. So up to 15-year-old is Kaishora. These are the categories of classification of age of a person. So a person's age is classified as these different categories. And finally, Yovanam cha tatap param. Anything more than that is Yovana. So there are four distinct categories. Of course, there is also beyond Yovana. Yovana means youth. So here it says that anyone beyond 15 is youthful. I don't think that's true, right? For those who are 50, 60, 70 years old, it's no longer youthful. So there are other categories, but in the pre-adolescent, pre-adult category, there's 4 categories that are mentioned by Sridhar Swami. And what is Krishna's age? Eternal age? Huh? Sorry? 16, yeah, perfect. He is, to be very precise, there's a very precise number which is given by Chandra Goswami in his Brihad Govindarchana Smarana Paddhati. He quotes the Brihad Gautamiya Tantra, which is a Tantra Shastra which describes worship of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani is eternally, in the spiritual world, she is eternally 14 years old, 2 months, 15 days, and 3/4 of that day passed. And Krishna is 15 years, 9 months, 7.5 days. Now, we have to speak another time why this specific number. There is a science behind it as well. But sufficient to understand that Krishna is nearly 16. That is true. He's nearly 16. And in this particular verse, Mahaprabhu is saying that Balya Pauganda Dharma Duito Prakar. There are 2 types of classification of Krishna's feature. Balya or Kaumara, the first 5 years. Pauganda, which is from 6 to 10 or 5 to 10, you might say. These 2 are the special features which are only applicable to Krishna on earth when he comes on the earthly planet. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami, they have Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Srila Jiva Goswami, they have given commentary in chapter 45, text 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the commentary, they reconcile certain facts. So if you read chapter 29 of the Krishna book, Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill when he was 7 years old. And then the following year, he had the Rasa Leela dance. So when Krishna performed the Rasa Leela, he was 8 years old. But then we also hear that Rasa Leela is only performed by Krishna when he is Navayovanam. Navayovanam meaning he is in pre-adolescent stage, when he's nearly 15 years, 9 months. So how do we reconcile? One is saying 8 years, Prabhupada says 8 years, and actually Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, when he is in his commentary in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he says that we had a virtual tour of the 7 Goswami temples yesterday, right? Ekachakra Prabhu did the tour. So if you look at Braja Mandala, Krishna appeared in Mathura. Well, Krishna also, tomorrow we'll listen how Krishna appeared in not just Mathura, but also simultaneously he was born in Gokul Mahavan. But let's say Krishna is as normal people would say it. Krishna appeared in Mathura, he was taken across to Mahavan. In Mahavan, he stayed there until he was 3 years and 4 months. Then, because the demons kept continuing to come, he was taken across to Vrindavan. This is again across the Yamuna, on the other side. He was taken to Vrindavan, he stayed there from 3 years, 4 months to 6 years, 8 months. And then again, demons still kept coming. So, Nand Maharaj has 5 brothers. So one of his brothers, Upananda, who was the eldest, he had a conference of the Gopas. And in the conference they decided, oh, there's too much chaos here in Vrindavan. Kaliya is in the waters, there are flying demons, there are earthly demons, we are not safe. We got to go somewhere which is very safe. So they thought there's a particular place which has been blessed and cursed at the same time. It's been blessed for the devotees and cursed for the demons. There are 2 mountains. One is representation of Brahma. The mountain has 4 heads. Another mountain is a representation of Lord Shiva. The mountain which represents Brahma is known as Brahmagiri. The mountain that represents Lord Shiva is known as Nandishwar Parvat. And if we go and stay there, so in the conference was Upananda was the chief, and then it was attended by, like we have the GBC meeting, sometimes we have these different levels of individuals attending. So it was also attended by the father of Srimati Radharani, Vrishabhanu. So they decided, Vrishabhanuji, you go and stay on Brahmagiri. So he went to Brahmagiri, which is Barsana. And Nanda Baba, you go and stay on Nandishwar Parvat, which became Nandagaon. So they went there. When Krishna was, what was his age? 6 years and 8 months. And then he remained in Nandagaon till Akrura came to claim the so-called nephews of Kamsa. And that was when Krishna was 10 years and 7 months old. So this is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. However, in the commentary, Jiva Goswami mentions, Saptamarambhe Kaishora Praveshaha. Although Krishna was only 7 years old, he was displaying the signs of being a Kaishora, being almost 15 years old. So in this way he reconciles that when Krishna is 8 years old, he is performing the Rasa Leela because his maturity, his features were like a 15-year-old, 9 months, 7.5 days. That was the feature. So this is how he reconciles. I put a few things, but we can skip that. I would like to now speak a few pastimes. This was a little bit of a tattva, but rasa, some pastimes from Balya Leela, Pauganda Leela, and Kaumar Leela. So from Balya Leela, first of all, what is Balya? Balya is defined as Balati Mastakam Rakshati Samvrunoti iti. Balya means Bala. Bala means strength, isn't it? So a child is known as Balya from the age of 0 to 5 because the child develops his head. So in Balya Leela, Krishna is already performing a lot of mischief. And we'll see what kind of mischief he performs. What do you think Krishna's favorite pastime is in the Balya Leela when he's a little boy? So from between 0 and 5 years, or technically speaking, between 0 and 3 years and 4 months. Stealing butter, yes. And how does it make it happen? How does he make it happen? What does he do? to break the pots. So in Bhagavatam, there's a beautiful verse. The verse is 10th canto, chapter 8, verse 29. It says, Vatsan munchan kvachit asamaye. Krishna, he's barely learned how to walk. He can barely walk. He's walking like a mad elephant. He can't control because very little child, 2.5 years old. When did the Damodar Leela take place? How old was Krishna? He was 2 years and 2 months. And he's already stealing butter. Yeah? So to steal is in the DNA of the Lord. Why? Because his name is Hari. Hari means to steal. He steals away the hearts of his devotees. He captures the hearts of his devotees. So his name is Hari. Harati iti Hari. One who steals, he is Hari. So this little boy, he schemes, how do I get into the house which is full of these gopis and gopas? How am I going to enter inside? So he thinks. And then, in the middle of the day, when it's not the time to milk, asamaye. Asamaye means it's not the right time to milk. Generally, when cows need to be milked, to increase the flow of the milk, the calves are let out to drink the milk. And when the calves are a little satisfied, they're pulled back and the cowherd men, they continue milking the cows. But this wasn't the time, it's middle of the day. Everyone is taking rest in the house. Krishna goes stealthily, asamaye, not at the right time. Vatsan, he goes to the calves. Munchan, he releases all of them. Kvachit, sometimes this is what he does. He releases the calves, and what do the calves do? They run to their moms, and the cows are jumping in jubilation. What happens to the gopas in the house? They feel, what's going on? Who released the calves? And any gopa, how many cows, minimum cows did they have? There's a mention of that also. 9,000? Every gopa? 900,000 is Nand Maharaj's herd. But what's every gopa's herd? Every gopa's herd is a minimum of 300 cows. That's the smallest herd. Imagine 300 cows, 300 calves being released. That's chaos. So Krishna releases all of them. And everyone from the house, they run out of the house to control the calves and pull them back. And Krishna goes inside and does his job. He finishes all the yogurt and butter. And when he's finishing it, his last sip, the gopis come inside. Don't know who did this, who released these calves. Now we've tied them back. They come inside, and when they come inside, Krosha Sanjata Hasaha. They are angry. Who are angry? The gopis are angry. Krosha Sanjata. But what does Krishna respond? When he's drinking the milk, the gopis are watching, and he's still shamelessly drinking. Hasaha. He just smiles very sweetly at them. So sweetly that the gopis have nothing but to stand there gazing at the smile. Hypnotic smile. And he finishes his job and then he walks out. This is Balya Leela. Steyam swadu atyatha dadhipaya. Steyam, stealing. Only by stealing, swadu. He gets the taste only by stealing. This boy of yours, Mother Yashoda, he could ask you. I mean, Nanda Maharaj has the largest herd of all. He has the largest number of cows. There is no dearth of milk and yogurt in your house. But he doesn't choose to ask you, steyam swadu atti, as if by stealing he gets a special sweet taste. Steyam means to steal. Swadu means sweet. Atti means to eat. Atha dadhi paya. Dadhi is yogurt and paya is milk. Yogurt and milk. Kalpitai steya yogai. So Mother Yashoda asked the gopis, well, you are complaining so much, and if you think that he loves to steal and eat and drink, eat yogurt and drink butter, drink milk from your houses, why don't you let him satisfy himself and drink to his fullest? Why don't you let him do that? And the gopis, they said, well, even if we let him do that, as in if we invite Krishna, Krishna, would you like to drink some milk? Please come to my house and drink some milk. Even if we were to approach him and do it that way, he would not come. Why? Kalpitai steya yogai. He is accustomed to stealing. So even if you directly give him something, he is not ready to accept. In fact, one acharya, he is explaining that we have so many kinds of yoga. Na? There is, the standard yogas are, the standard kinds of, I'm trying to balance this. So, it's okay, Prabhu, I think I managed, yeah? Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So we know, what are the yogas that are mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita? What yogas do we know? Karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga. So this is yoga of knowledge, yoga of action, yoga of renunciation, yoga of bhakti yoga. Krishna in Braj, he has invented a new kind of yoga. It's called as steya. In fact, the English word steal comes from the Sanskrit word originally steya, which means to steal. So he performs a new kind of yoga, which is called as steal yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga means, there's an English word called yoke, Y-O-K-E. The yoke which connects the bulls with the plow so that the bulls can plow the field. So yoke comes from yoga also. And yoga means to connect. And steya means to steal. Through stealing, he connects with his devotees. And hence, this yoga in Braja is called steya yoga. Krishna is the grand stealer. He's the thief. And sometimes he enters the house and he's already looted all the neighborhood. So he's pretty full. He's pretty full. His belly is full because he's schemed and he's gone house after house and he's looted all the neighborhood from their milk and yogurt. Now he comes with a frenzy of monkeys, led by the chief of monkey, who's known as, he's got a name. Krishna christened him. Krishna gave him a name, Dadhi Lobha. Dadhi means yogurt. Lobha means greedy. Name of the monkey is Mr. Yogurt Greedy. Wherever he sees yogurt, he cannot resist. So Dadhi Lobha, he comes with his own troop of monkeys. So there's, at any given time, there is about 12,000 monkeys that attack a house. For anyone who has been to Braj, have you ever been attacked by a monkey or at least been snarled at by a monkey? Yeah. Imagine one or two of them. Imagine 16, 20, or at least 12,000 of them. Wow, that's a huge troop. So a troop of monkeys, markan, it's plural. It's not markaha, markan, plural. So Sanatana Goswami and others, they say the whole troop comes and attacks the house. Markan, Bhokshan, Vibhajati. So Krishna is already, his belly is full. So he takes the butter, takes the milk, and takes the yogurt, and he distributes. Vibhajati. Vibhajati means to distribute to all the monkeys. He says, enjoy, it's free, enjoy. Yeah. Sachet nati bhandam bhinatti. And after the monkeys have filled their own bellies, the monkeys are now full also. Krishna says, now it's my turn to eat. You see, we are, the spiritual world, like 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita says, Urdhva Mula, Adhashakha, Ashwattham, Prahuravyayam. Right? Urdhva Mula. Urdhva means up. Mula means the roots are upwards. Shakha, branches are downwards. The upside down tree of this material world. Spiritual world is the original tree. So in one sense, spiritual world is opposite. And many things in the spiritual world are opposite. Like for example, everything that we cook for Krishna, and then we offer it to him, and after the offering, we feast. Isn't it? What happens in the spiritual world? The Gopas, they are all out on Govardhan Hill with Krishna and Balaram. They are all surrounded by the other Gopas. They open their lunch boxes, individual lunch boxes, and they start eating. And after eating, each and every Gopa is saying, he eats a kachori, one of the Gopa, and he says, my mom prepared such relishable kachori today. Krishna, you must try. And after he's tasted it, he feeds Krishna. What do we do here? We offer to him first, then we eat. Over there, opposite. So there, in the spiritual world, Krishna is the last to eat. He feeds the monkeys first. He says, monkeys, you have done so much for me. I am eternally indebted. You know, my heart, personification of my heart is Sita Devi in my form as Ramachandra. When I appeared as Ram, Sita was my heart. And my heart was stolen away by this demon Ravana. If it wasn't for you, monkeys, I would have never found my heart again. So you have brought my life back to me, so I'm eternally indebted to you. And hence, you have the right over all my possessions. And I've just looted this house. And all the milk and ghee and butter in this house is mine. And hence, it's yours. So please eat. Please eat to your heart's content. So these monkeys are, they are excited, they are eating. And at the end of it, Krishna's turn to eat, but he's already full. So this gopi is saying, Nati bhandam bhinatti. After feeling full, Krishna doesn't want to eat anymore. So he says, anyway, these pots are useless. And he breaks all the pots. Even whatever butter and yogurt is left, he breaks. And sometimes, dravya labhe, dravya alabhe. If he doesn't find any butter or yogurt or milk, if he doesn't find any of it in the house, sagriha kupito, he becomes angry with that person. With the gopi in whose house he doesn't find anything, he becomes so angry that he threatens them on their face. Next time I'll come and I'll burn your house. You better have some butter and yogurt ready. And just before leaving, these gopis, some of the gopis, they have little children. 1 year old, 6 months old baby. What does he do? Yati, while going, upakroshya, tokan. Tokan means these little babies. He goes and he scratches them while leaving so that they cry loudly out of anger. How come you don't have yogurt and milk for me? So this is his Balya Leela. This is when he was still not a seasoned thief. Pauganda Leela is different. Pauganda means from the age of 5 to 10. So in Pauganda, why is it called Pauganda? The particular age is called Pauganda from 5 to 10. Because in this age, Ganda means cheeks. Pau Shuddho Ganda Ekadesho Yasya Saha Pauganda. So when the cheeks are still very, chubby, pullable, then that age is Pauganda. So when Krishna's cheeks are still showing, that is Pauganda. Because when one enters beyond 10 years old, the cheeks become flat. And then when you become Yovana, you develop, the jawbone has developed, so your jawline develops, right? But Pauganda is from the age of 5 to 10 years old. Now, Mahaprabhu, he would regularly listen. When I say regularly, he would every single day listen to Krishna Karanamrita, which is a book composed by Bilvamangal Thakur. And in there, Bilvamangal Thakur is talking about Pauganda Leela of Krishna. You can see here, Gandusha. Ganda means the cheeks. So we'll see this Leela. Krishna now has advanced his techniques of stealing. He can walk, he can sneak in. So one such day he tells Madhumangala. Madhumangala is also in Braj Bhasha, he is known as Mansukha. Mansukha is his other name. Mansukha because he gives happiness to Krishna's mind. He gives sukha to Krishna's mana. So he is known as Mansukha or Madhu Mangala. Madhu because he is very sweet. Mangala because he is a Brahmin boy, and to carry a Brahmin boy along is auspicious. So his name is Madhu Mangala. In fact, he claims, this Madhu Mangala, he claims, Krishna, everyone glorifies you as the demon slayer. You are slaying all these demons, killing all these demons. But they don't know where you get your power from. Your power comes from my association. Because I'm always there when you're killing demons. I'm a Brahmana. I am blessing you profusely. So Krishna says, yes, you're right. So one such day he tells Madhumangala, this particular gopi, I've heard, she has the best yogurt and milk. Especially the milk is really tasty. We have to scheme to get into her house. The gopi is also very clever. She knows that Krishna is going to target her house because all the neighborhood has already been looted. Her house has not been looted, so she knows. So she makes a scheme. She puts the pot of milk and she attaches the pot of milk to the ceiling with some ropes, and she surrounds the pot with bells. She ties many bells around on the pot. And she sleeps just in a way that Krishna cannot see in another room. She pretends to sleep, waiting with a danda in her hand, waiting for Krishna and the gopas to come in. So Krishna says, I think this gopi is in deep sleep. Let us quickly go in. Now, Madhumangala, come on. This is the opportunity. And it is said in the Dharma Shastras, opportunity should always be seized, should never be missed. And you are a Brahmana boy, so you enter first. Now the door is locked, so you enter through the window. But Madhumangala is, he's big. So he cannot fit through the window. So somehow Krishna and other gopas, they push him through into the house and he tumbles into the house. And Mother Mangala says, I wish I can come out, now, because after drinking so much milk and yogurt, my size might increase a little bit and I might... So Krishna, you are trapping me. Krishna said, don't worry, I'm coming. He comes inside. He comes inside and he says, Madhu, today you will be the cause of bringing us Madhu Mangala. Mangala means auspiciousness. You'll bring auspiciousness, and Madhu, the sweetness of this milk, will be tasted by us. How is that, Madhu Mangala says? So he says, Pithe, please bring that stool. You understand a stool? That's a stool, yeah? So bring a stool, because the pot is very high up. There are bells attached to it. So bring the stool. So he brings the stool. And Madhu Mangala, he says, Madhu, Pithe, Pithe means stool. Sit on the stool. Pithe, Pithe Nishanna Balaka Gale. Pithe, Pithe Nishanna. Sit on the stool. Balaka Gale. Krishna says, I will stand around your neck, here on the shoulders. I'll stand up. Tishtan, standing. Sa Gopalaka. Gopalaka means little Gopa boy, Krishna. He stood on the shoulders of Madhu, who was sitting on the stool. Madhu said, I don't like this. I don't like the idea of this. We are all going to get beaten up. You will all sneak out and I will be caught and I'll be in trouble. Krishna says, don't worry. Think, meditate. Brahmanas are meant to meditate. Meditate on the drops of milk that are going to come out of that pot. Madhu Mangala is meditating. Krishna is standing on his shoulders. Yantrantaha. Now yantra, this gopi has made this. Yantra actually means a technological machine. So she has put these bells around the pot, and Krishna very sneakily is able to take the pot out, the pot of milk out from the surrounding bells. But as the bells are just about to ring, Krishna, Madhu Mangala, his meditation is broken. He says, what's that sound? You are going to get me beaten up. Get off. We got to go. He said, Krishna says, no. I am the Lord of the universe. Every single bell in the universe obeys my command. Everything obeys my command. So I command the demigod of bells to appear at once. So the demigod of bells appears there. He says, yes, my Lord. So he said, please make sure that all of your expansions, that means all the bells in the universe, they don't ring. So this demigod of bells says, yes, okay, no problem, will not ring. So then Krishna manages to sthita dugdha bhandam apakrishyachadya. He takes the bhanda, the pot of milk, and he's pulling it out. All the bells are fluttering, but there is no sound, because the demigod of bell has agreed not to create any sound. So bells are ringing, but no sound, not ringing in one sense, yeah. Achadya ghantaravam. In this way, Krishna stopped the ghanta. Ghanta means bell. Rava means sound of bells. He ordered the demigods of bell, don't ring. And then what did he do? He tilted that pot of milk. Vaktro panta krutanjalihi. Madhu Mangala, he said, Madhu. Madhu is coming. Sweet nectar is flowing now. You have received the goal of your meditation because you are meditating on milk. Now milk is coming. Please drink. So Kritanjalihi. Krishna is also having Kritanjalihi like this. And Madhu is also having this shape, and the milk is flowing. Wow, Krishna is dropping the milk and Madhu is drinking the milk. Vaktra Upanta. Near his mouth, he is doing Kritanjali. Krita Shira Kampan. But as you can imagine, if the pot is on the rope, hanging, it's not going to be steady. So the pot is moving as Krishna is trying to tilt it. And with the pot moving, Krishna himself is also moving. Yeah, he is moving. And right now he is first giving the milk to Madhu. Madhu is satisfied. There is still milk coming out. And now it's Krishna's turn. So after Madhu is satisfied, and somehow Krishna is trying to drink that milk. As soon as Krishna drinks, the first drop touches his lips. Immediately, all the bells start ringing. Dong, 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 dong. In fact, all the bells in the entire neighborhood start ringing. All the bells in every single temple starts ringing. Whole of Vraja is as if, like there is a fire alarm and there is a siren in every room. Yeah? Peep, peep, peep. So you have tong, 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 tong everywhere. Madhumangala is so confused and afraid. He starts to run out. He says, Krishna, you are not, we knew that you are not Narayan. We knew you are a fake. We knew you are not God. You just did some magic. And now, a poor Brahmana, an innocent Brahmana is now in trouble. Please. Agata Gopika Nayanayoho. With that, immediately the gopis, she is just there next room. She comes now running with the stick. Now I catch you. And she is about to beat them up. Krishna says to Madhu, don't worry. Don't worry. I am here to protect you. I am the protector of the Brahmanas. In fact, Vaishyas and Kshatriyas and Shudras should protect Brahmanas. That's their duty. I am doing my dharma. I'll protect you. Just do as I do. So, Krishna fills his mouth with milk, the same milk from the pot. Madhumangal also fills his mouth with milk. And Gandusha, his cheeks, he's full of milk. Agata Gopika Nayanayoho. As the gopi is approaching, both of them, Krishna says, follow me. And he spurts out the milk on the eyes of the gopi. Putkara. Putkara means poo. Poo means. And Madhumangala and Krishna, both of them, they actually, I don't know even how to say it. You get the point, right? So the eyes of the gopis, she's completely blinded by the milk. And as she is blinded, she loses control. And Krishna pulls Madhumangala, kicks him out of the window, and he jumps out of the window as well. And Madhumangala says, that was quite an adventure. Krishna says, yes, but I am annoyed. You annoyed about what? About those bells. I called the demigods of Bel to be quiet, and yet he did not listen. So he calls the demigod of Bel again. What is your problem? I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Madhumangal says, yes, go on. But I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Demigod of Bel, why did you ring? So the demigod of Bel said, oh, my Lord. In the three worlds, from Brahmalok to Sutalalok, Bari Maharaj is making an offering to you. And when a bhoga is offered to you and you relish the bhoga, bells are always ringing. Isn't it? When we make the offering, bhoga offering, a bell has to ring. So the bell said, that is my Nitya Dharma. So as soon as the milk drop touched your lips, I had to ring. In fact, I was in so much ecstasy that I was personally present that I ordered every single bell in the whole area to ring. For your pleasure. Krishna said, okay, you can go now. You are innocent. You did not follow my instruction, but you are innocent. So in this way, this is given by Bilvamangal Thakur, Krishna Karanamrita. This is in Pauganda Leela. Kaishora Leela is another level. I will just quickly give you one. I will still finish on time. This is from Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami has done collection of different verses from different, not necessarily Vaishnavas, but different poets prior to his time, 10th century, 12th century poets. So one such in Kaishora Leela, why is Kaishora Leela known as Kaishora? It's known as Kaishora because Kinchit Shuratvam Drishyate. Kishora means that is the age between years 10 to 15. That's when the children start showing their real color. So Kinchit means a little bit. Shaurya means they start the real boisterous nature they show, the boys especially. So Krishna is now in this Kumara Avastha, and he is, of course, always wanting to, he's 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, he wants to be with Srimati Radharani. One such day he's going to Srimati Radharani's house to see her, and Srimati Radharani is, of course, she is the queen of Vraja, and she is very expert. 25 qualities of Radharani. Okay, I'm going to digress. I will not go into that. One of the quality is that she is expert with her words. So in Kaishora Leela, there is this interaction between Radharani and Krishna, which is so sweet. We will see at least. I have to stop by 9, yeah? So I'll take 5 more minutes and then Q&A, yeah? So, Krishna is now at the door of Srimati Radharani. She's at the door. She knows Krishna is coming, and Krishna is knocking on the door. He's knocking. Radharani approaches the door and she says, Koyam Dwari. Who is at the door? Krishna replies, Hari. Hari. Prayahi upavanam shakha mrugena kim. Radharani says, Prayahi, you are Hari. Hari has many meanings. In Sanskrit, the word Hari can mean Krishna, of course. It can also mean a lion. A lion is known as Hari. So, Nrsimhadev is Narasimha. Narasimha is also known as Narahari. Over there, Hari doesn't mean Krishna. Over there, Hari means lion. Half Nara, half lion. So, Narahari. Hari means lion. Hari also means any creature which is yellowish in color. So, Hari also means a mriga, mriga meaning a deer. Hari also means a kapi. Kapi means a monkey. So here, when Krishna is knocking at the door, Radharani is asking, who is there? Krishna says, Hari. Radharani says, oh, you are a monkey? She takes the meaning of Hari as monkey. She says, Prahai upavanam, go to the forest, monkey. Shakham rugena, you are a creature of the branches. Why are you here on the door? Atrakim, why are you here? Go. Krishna says, Krishnoham daite. Daite, oh darling. Krishnoham, I'm Krishna. And she immediately, she doesn't open the door. She says, Bibhemi sutaram Krishna katham. Bibhemi, oh, you are a black monkey. Krishna means black. You are a monkey and you are black. You are a black monkey. Bibhemi sutaram, I'm very scared. Krishna katham, how come you are black? I have not seen a black monkey like a gorilla. I have not seen. Krishna says, so katham vanaraha, what kind of monkey? Black monkey. So Krishna replies, Mugdhe, oh silly girl, aham madhusudana. I am Madhusudana. Now Madhu means honey. Sudana means one who kills. So he who killed the Madhu Kaitaba demon is Madhusudana. But also Sudana means one who eats or sucks honey. So it's a honey bee. So the honey bee can also sting, right? So Radharani takes the meaning of honeybee, of Madhusudana. Krishna says, open the door, I am Madhusudana. She says, Vrajalatam tameva pushpan vitam. Go to the forest with branches which are full of flowers. Why are you here on my door? I don't like the stinging bees, the honey bees. Go away. Ittam nirvachani krito daitaya rinahari patuva. This kind of Hari, may he protect us. Because he is completely dumbfounded. Nirvachani kritaha, he is made quiet. Rinaha, he is shy actually. Hari, that Hari has become shy, and by whom? Daitaya, by his darling Srimati Radharani, by Srimati Radharani. Another time, there is another one. I promise I'll stop after this. There'll still be 5 minutes left for Q&A. Angulya kaha kavatam praharati. Angulya kaha. With your... This is another time, similar pastime. With the fingers, he's knocking at the door. Kavatam. Kavatam also means a cupboard. And in fact, the English word cupboard comes from Sanskrit word kavata. Anyway, this is just by the by. So, kavatam also means the door. So, angulya kaha kavatam praharati. Who is knocking so hysterically on the door? Krishna says, Kutile means you smart girl. Madhavaha, this is Madhav. Now the meaning of Madhav is that which creates Madhu. Madhu means honey. Any honey collectors here? Anyone who works with honey? You know, honey is, the best honey is available in the season of spring, when there is lots of flowers and bees are collecting the honey and they create the honeycomb. So Madhava means also the season of spring. Madhava means Krishna, but also season of spring. Srimati Radharani takes that meaning. Kim Vasanto. Vasanta means spring. She says, this is not the season of spring. How come spring has arrived suddenly at my door? You must be some kind of a liar. He says, no, no. In English, no. In Sanskrit, no. Same meaning. No. No, I am not liar. Chakri. I am Chakri, one who carries the chakra. Sudarshan chakra. Now, who else works with the chakra, with the wheel? The potter who makes pots. He works with the wheel, right? So, Radharani says, Kim Kulalo. Kulalo means potter. Oh, you are Chakri. You are a potter. Nahi dharani dharaha. No, I am the Lord of the whole earth. I carry the earth. Dharaha means I carry. Dharani means the earth. The whole earth is carried by me. So, Srimati Radharani says, earth is carried by Ananta, who is a snake. Kim Dvijivaha. Are you the one with 2 tongues, which means a snake in Sanskrit? So, are you Phanindraha? Are you Anantadev? Because you are saying you are the carrier of earth, of the universe. Then you must be Ananta. He says, no, I'm not a snake. Naham Gorahi Mardi. I am in fact the killer of the snake, named Kaliya. I am the killer of a snake. Radharani says, killer of a snake? Oh, Garuda, he kills snakes. Kimasi Khagapatihi. Are you Garuda, who's killing snakes? Krishna says finally, no, Hari. I am Hari. Kim Kapisho. Again she says, oh, you are Hari, means a monkey. You are a monkey. Radha Vani Biritham Prahasita Vadanaha. Krishna is smiling. Patuvaha. Let this Krishna always protect us. Chakrapanihi, who always carries the chakra on his left pinky finger. So in this way, there are some other pastimes, but I cannot do any more without risking being banned permanently. So I'll stop here. I've got 7 minutes to take any comments, corrections, or questions. Especially if there are any comments or corrections, please do let me know. Anyone?
Hare Krishna. I wonder what means the word partial in the verse, the first verse, because there were partial and empowered, so I don't really understand the word partial.
The original verse. Yes. So it's not in the verse actually. It is Amsha and Shaktyavesha. So Amsha is Krishna's expansion, who are partial expansion, they are not full expansion, but they are still Vishnu Tattva. Which means they are not a living entity, they are not a jiva. So Krishna either operates through a jiva or he expands for a specific purpose. Let's say Vamana. Vamana is not a jiva. Or let's say Varahadev. He's not a jiva. Or Narsimhadev. There is beautiful Narsimha hall there with so many Narsimhadevs. Narsimha is not a jiva. He is a direct expansion. So he is Swamsha. Swamsha. And he is Swamsha for Vilasa. Vilasa means just for pleasure. Just for his pleasure. How Narsimhadev appeared? Once, this is in Brahmapuram. Once Lakshmi Devi was massaging Narayan's feet. And as she was massaging Narayan's feet, Narayana was saying, "Your hands are too soft. And you're massaging so softly and gently. I feel like I need to go out and do something, fight with someone or do something." So Lakshmi Devi says, "Who is there in the 3 worlds who can stand you? Fight in front of you?" So that time, Jai and Vijay, they happened to come there with some message. So Jai and Vijay hear that. And they say, "My lord, if it gives you pleasure, we will take the form of whatever form you want so that we can fight with you for your pleasure." So Narayan says, "Okay, let me scheme something." So then the 4 Kumaras come, they apparently curse them, and then Jai Vijay comes in the 3 incarnations as demons, and the rest is history. But this is all Vilasa. Vilasa meaning? Pleasure. Simple. So for pleasure, actually Krishna does nothing but for pleasure. Raso Vaisaha. In Taittiriya Upanishad, Krishna is nothing but rasa, full of pleasure. Anandamayo Bhyasat. Vedanta Sutra, the Jiva, but also the Supreme Lord, he is nothing but bliss personified. In fact, Vedanta Sutra, a few sutras ahead, it says, Lokavattu Leela Kaivalyam. This whole universe is simply created as a plaything for Krishna's pleasure. So Vilasa means pleasure. Now, Vilasa he can have through 2 means. One is by empowering a particular living entity. When the empowerment is given, when the Shakti is given, and Shakti enters, Avesha. Avesha means to assume or to enter. When Shakti Avesha means the energy of the Lord, so Vyasadev, he is a Shakti Avesha avatar. Srila Prabhupada is a Shakti Avesha avatar. It's a living entity, end of the day it's a jiva. Not all-knowing, all-pervading. He's a jiva. But he has a special mercy of the Lord. That is the Shakti Avesha. And Amsha is a partial expansion for the purpose of Vilasa. Of course, there is Prakasha in incarnations, and Vilasa. And Vilasa Prakasha, Vilasa Vaibhava. So, I recommend you to read Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, in which Srila Prabhupada has given in great detail, very clearly, what these different incarnations are. Hope that makes sense.
Thank you.
Okay, 2 more minutes. Last question.
Hare Krishna. Very briefly, I know it's a vast topic, but some thoughts on the relationship between tattva and rasa, and the focus that we should have on what? Prabhupada was usually quite focused on tattva, a little less on rasa.
Yeah, I think actually there is no difference between tattva and rasa. It is like saying, is light particles or is it a wave? If you ask a scientist, they'll say it's both particle and wave. Rasa and tattva, for example, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, nectar of devotion, is it a tattvika shastra or is it a rasika shastra? That's it. The distinguishing factor is only when we are trying to understand rasa in a way that we can categorize it. That is what is tattva. But when that categorization is understood, all there is rasa. Raso vaisaha. But is it only raso vaisaha? Bhagavatam says that tattva jidnyasa. Jivasya tattva jidnyasa. See both. He is full of rasa, but one must always try to understand the tattva. Even Mahaprabhu says one should not do alas. One should not be lazy to understand tattva. Because by understanding tattva, one can approach rasa in a more organized manner. With some, otherwise, as Srila Prabhupada said, and I'll stop with this, Srila Prabhupada said, religion without philosophy is simply sentiment. And philosophy without religion is simply mental speculation. So if you just do philosophy, tattva, without the rasa, which the religion kind of brings, the relationship, just do tattva, it's speculation. It could end into so many speculations. I mean, there are so many forums, they talk about tattva, and so many things they just mix and match, and it's crazy. And similarly, somebody may be following religion blindly without, oh Krishna, you are my son, and they might be interacting in some very strange way. So many religious, without tattva, it's only sentiments, Prabhupada said. So we are neither sentimentalists nor mental speculators. We are tattvika rasikas. And actually there is no difference between the two. There's absolutely. I'll give you one final word to it. Is cake a recipe or taste? Tell me. That's it. Actually, there's no difference, right? The cake cannot be a cake without the recipe, the tattva. But the cake cannot be a cake without the rasa. So, and thank you. On Prabhupada Appearance Day, I'll try and speak how Prabhupada actually only spoke rasa. Although we seemingly hear Prabhupada speaking only tattva. Because actually there's no difference. Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samved Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Tagore Premanandi Hari Bol. So it would be wonderful if all the devotees go as quickly as possible to the tent for breakfast. So the sooner you're there, the sooner we can serve you there. And then we can clean up everything for all the visitors that come. So please don't hang around. If you want to have breakfast, go now. And we will try to do it in an efficient way so that we can receive all our guests in a wonderful way. Also important to mention that we will receive many ambassadors, many VIPs, like the ambassador of India, Guyana, Nepal, Suriname. So we have many dignitaries coming. So your proper behavior is much appreciated. Achar, Sadachar, Hare Krsna. And have a wonderful day. Don't forget to enjoy this wonderful cultural Janmashtami festival.